What's going on, guys? DICE just recently released Let Go Pass, and in that new release they have updated some things that come along with the Cavalry class. And so in this video I want to go over those new things that they updated in that Cavalry class and why I feel like the Cavalry class, if utilized correctly, will be a very helpful class when it comes to playing on this map. So one of the first things they fixed is they've changed the speed that takes their horse to turn while he's standing still. So they increased the speed of that by 25%. So hopefully that helps you guys out, especially in situations where you're charging at someone with the horse and you might miss and you want to turn around really quick and make another charge right back at them. They've increased that speed a little bit, so no longer are you kind of in that awkward stuck mode where you're trying to get your horse to turn around and he's just not moving fast enough and you're taking a bunch of damage on yourself. This will hopefully increase that, make it a little bit smoother for you, and help get yourself back in the action. They've also fixed the reliability when it comes to horses jumping over obstacles. So if you've been in situations where the infamous, your horse is running up to a little fence and they can't jump over that fence, DICE has been aware of that, and they've tried to, on this update, in their words, make it more reliable for you to jump over those obstacles. So they're definitely, again, trying to smooth out the horse gameplay, make it smoother, make it less just of a kind of a grindy kind of class with that vehicle, quote unquote. And so hopefully that will kind of improve the gameplay and again make it more reliable for you guys, so when you're using your horse and moving it around the game, you can predict where it's going to go and your horse will go to that spot. They also have fixed some of the reload mechanics. So on one side they fixed a little bit of the bug where you might have jumped on the horse and it would trigger a reload animation while jumping on that horse, as well as they have changed the mechanics when you are on the horse and you are galloping. If you were needed to reload, you would have to stop moving in order to reload, and your horse would have to stop galloping. But no longer will that be the case anymore. Now you'll be able to keep continuously galloping while reloading your rifle, and so hopefully that will get the gameplay a little bit smoother when it comes to using the horse and firing shots on the horse. Now those were basically what they did to update the Cavalry class. I'm going to go in a little bit here why I feel like if this class is utilized correctly, why it would be really helpful for your team on this map. Just mainly because I feel like this map is such a large map, and there being no vehicles besides airplanes, it's going to be the best way to move around the map. So if you get yourself in situations where you're going to try to cap a base and maybe your teammates are slowly getting overrun in certain areas, you can easily sneak behind enemy teams with that horse, and even if they see you, they're going to be so far away where wherever you're planning on going at, if you go across the whole entire map onto another section to go cap, it's going to take them forever to make it over there. So I feel like just the horse in itself, it's going to give you such an advantage in speed wise to get from quote unquote point A to point B. So with that extra speed, and again there not being any vehicles besides airplanes, I think this, if used correctly, you can definitely help you out. As well as not to mention that the class itself is it's a very strong class. You get a little bit extra armor on that class. Just remember to jump off of your horse so your teammates can spawn on you. That will help you guys out a little bit. I don't feel like this class is necessarily the best class to try to take out like a whole bunch of enemy players, but it'll definitely do the job if you get yourself away from the big swarm of players who are all just going in one big rotation around the map, capping one base after another. If you break yourself out of that pack a little bit and this class go up against one or two players at a time, you should easily be able to dominate and be able to hold down that territory and easily cap a territory, and then quickly get onto your horse and move on to a next one. So the combination between having a little bit of that extra armor with the speed on the horse, I think is, if utilized correctly, will absolutely help you control the map and definitely give your teammates that extra edge to win the game. Now something I like to do, if I'm fortunate enough to run into it, is if I'm on the horse and I run up and I see the Century Kit about to spawn into the game, I'll like to grab the Century Kit because now I have a horse that I can jump onto, and I can easily then move across the map much quicker than I normally would do if I was on foot with the Century Kit. So if you've ever been in the Century Kit before, you know how long it takes you to move on the map. So you know, you'll be able to avoid and eliminate that whole problem now, because now you have a horse, and now you have much better armor and what I think is a much better weapon than you would have on a Cavalry class. And I think this combo in itself would ideally be the best combo if you're able to run into it. Because not only, again, can you move quicker, and not only, again, do you have a better weapon, but as well you're able to resupply yourself and re-heal yourself while being on the horse. So if you're in a situation where, let's say, you don't have the greatest teammates who aren't going to help you get healed or resupply you at all, you're able to basically keep doing that over and over again to yourself, which is awesome, because not only that, you're able to move around quickly to the map, but you're also able to quickly engage players, and then not have to wait for yourself to get healed or have to look for ammo, or maybe be conservative with your ammo. But basically you can go guns blazing and not be concerned really that much at all. So again, yeah, that's my most ideal thing I like to use. I think if you grab that, I think it'll very much help you in the game, and that's my little insight there for you guys. Hopefully that helps, and that's basically it for you guys today. I am Livin'. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll catch you guys again later. Peace.